Well, hello again, and it's another battery update. Oh, it's such fun, isn't it? So I've done more research this morning. Wendy's been very patient,
yes,
waiting for me, making coffee.
yeah.
But I've dragged the batteries out of the locker. I haven't disconnected them anything, and I've done some testing and various bits and pieces. All, you know, but I was looking for the date that the battery was manufactured. Now they're Bosch S4103 batteries, and there's several pictures on the side that it's a van and a truck and a car. And that started me thinking. So I thought, well, what sort of battery? And they're designated 95 amp hour. So I gave a call eventually. I couldn't find enough information. The only information I found on the date of manufacture of the battery was that the S4 might be the month and year, but then I thought, well, they're not 14 years old like 2004, because that's what it would have been, or even 2014. They're probably not 4 years old, because they just wouldn't last. But you know, I'm thinking, well, maybe they are that old and that's why they're not lasting. However, I started to do research on those Bosch batteries and try to find out what exactly they were, and all the information led me to believe that they were car batteries, like ordinary car batteries that you'd find under the bonnet of your car or truck or van. So I thought, well, maybe I'll just do a bit more research, and I just trawled around, couldn't find anything. Had another read of the A&N Caravans battery guide thing. A&N Caravans don't sell batteries, but they give great advice, and it's all sort of, you know, industry standard stuff, which is, you know, they say, well, AGM batteries aren't the way, because you need a very specific environment for that. You know, you need to be charging them at 14.8 volts, you know, almost exactly. You know, there's a little bit of leeway, and you need to be in a sort of a good ambient temperature at that voltage, and you know, and anyway, so I trust the A&N Caravan advice, and I've now read that about 4 times now, just to get things clear in my head about what route to take. However, Alpha batteries have been recommended to me to go buy new batteries and to give good advice. So I thought, well, I'll give them a call. You know, what can I lose? Nothing. So gave them a call, got through, and started to say, well, look, I'm just looking for advice, might need some replacement batteries, but I've got 2 Bosch S4103 batteries. And he said, oh, are you looking to replace your starter battery? No, I'm not. I've got 2 leisure batteries that I'm told were brand new in January, and I'm wondering why, you know, I'm having problems, and maybe I've done something wrong, or maybe, you know. He said, well, that's really a starter battery. He said there's not much of a difference between the starter battery and the leisure battery. You know, I think he was maybe trying to settle my mind, but they will only have a recharge cycle of about 100. So you can discharge to 50% depth of discharge, so half discharged, and recharge fully 100 times. Now I might well have done that already, which would mean that they're at end of life, because we're in it permanently and we're always charging, discharging, charging, discharging, charging, discharge. Yeah, that's going on all of the time. So a starter battery, although its construction may not be very different, its use is. So the weird thing is that they're really not any cheaper. The starter battery is no cheaper than a leisure battery that has, you know, more recharge cycles in it and works better for that sort of sustained, you know, persistent draw against your leisure activities. And the only thing I can think, if I was being kind, I'd say, oh, Travel World probably made a mistake and they bought a decent Bosch battery and put those in. Fine. If I'm not being kind, and I don't want to be kind to them, I think Travel World just did it on purpose, just to piss me off. Well, guess what? I've been a little bit pissed off, but only because I didn't know what the problem was or is. Now I know. It's all easy, isn't it? Because you know, once you discover, well, if you've got a problem and you're suffering the symptoms of that problem, you know, and you don't know what the underlying fault is, then it's frustrating. Now I know. Job's easy, right? Because all I need to do now is to make sure that I buy some decent leisure batteries, and I'm currently thinking about the Varta range of batteries, maybe looking at a couple of 110 amp hour leisure batteries, then maybe that DC to DC charger, and I'm definitely looking at wet lead acid batteries, because they seem to be designed for the job that we're using them for. And I'm going to have a think about, you know, what do I buy them online, have them delivered, or do I sort of use these batteries until they're really dead and then go for that? I mean, that'll probably leave us with a little bit of a problem, because we'll be without power, you know, at a point, and we won't have any way of getting power unless we check into a campsite, go off, buy batteries, come back, and, you know, get them done. So I'm considering at the moment whether to go for brand new batteries now, and I'm sort of favouring that, or to wait until these completely die. Less favourable on that, but I might do that. So if you've got any comments on what exact battery I should buy, bearing in mind I've got two 95 amp hour starter batteries at the moment, so any leisure battery is going to be better, and whether you've got any suggestions for a decent solar panel directly connected to those two new batteries, you know, point those out, because I'll be looking for that. And also whether you know anything about the DC to DC or battery to battery charger systems that would suit the type of batteries, the lead acid batteries that I'm looking to buy. If you know any of that information, put it in the comments below, because so far all of your comments have guided me and directed me to the point where we are now, that I've made the investigation, and I'm really comfortable with what the solution's going to be going forward. But knowing exactly what kit to buy, you know, I'm tempted to go and talk to Road Pro. I'm tempted to, you know, have a real big conversation with Alpha batteries, and I'm tempted to have another real big conversation with the Battery Megastore, so, or the Mega Batteries, I can't remember. Maybe I'll put the links down below for all those people, and I'll put links in the description maybe for some of the kit I'm thinking about buying. The extra solar panel does two things for me. It puts some direct charge into the batteries, which, you know, and I'm thinking the Sargent charge control stuff is a bit flaky. And if I have an extra solar panel with a different charge controller pushing that charge in, that will give me maybe a couple of extra USB charging points direct off of the extra solar panel, not touching the batteries. So it will take solar power rather than take power out of the batteries that the solar is pushing in. That makes sense. Anyway, that's it for today. I'm recording this in the daytime, and we're going to be off down to Blackpool and hopefully recording some Blackpool illuminations, because the weather's not bad, so we might have, you know, a bit of darkness, so we can capture some decent footage of the lights that you can see, the sort of fun that you can have in Blackpool during the illuminations. I'll see you again soon. Take care, and if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and why not consider subscribing? If you want to be that super subscriber, ring my bell. I'll see you again. Bye bye for now. Bye bye.